Hello everybody.
Hello.
My name is Sean Finch. I'm currently standing for a Lewisham East by-election. One of my competition is already here, Miss Anne-Marie Walters. I represent the Libertarian Party. My whole campaign will be purely based on freedom of speech. We don't have freedom of speech in this country, it's made perfectly clear, especially over what happened in the last 2 days with Mr. Robinson. We need to have the ability to scrutinize ideas, not out of malice, not out of hatred, but to simply improve ideas. You need it to be able to speak out and say that something is wrong. Unfortunately, we don't have a Freedom of Speech Act, we have hate speech laws, and we have political correctness. Those are simply forms of censorship.
I'm just wondering, who in particular has been stopped from speaking?
Sorry?
Who in particular has been stopped from speaking?
We can only say certain things.
The old left tackle lines, there I did it for you.
Yes, but I never. But you're probably thinking, but Sean, we already have a Liberal Party. We already have one that will defend our ideas. We have the Liberal Democrats. You're right to laugh, sir, because the Liberal Democrats are neither liberal nor are they democratic. If they were a consumer product, they would have been reported to trading standards years ago for false advertisement. They believe in political correctness, they believe in hate speech laws. Those things are, as I said, forms of censorship. They are certainly not democratic either, because whether people like it or not, they do not accept the democratic decision of the EU referendum. They want to repeal it, keep repeating it until they get the right answer, i.e. to remain. I support, as well as the Libertarian Party, support the Leave campaign. And I support, possibly, if long-term, to have some kind of constitution where my rights are clearly written down. In America, they got it right.
Yes.
Very well. In America, they got it right. In their amendment, it is their First Amendment freedom of speech. It's not their 12th, it's not their 24th, it's their First Amendment, even above the guns that they love so much. That's their Second Amendment. Because those founding fathers, despite being dead now for hundreds of years, their bones are still far wiser than the people we have in Parliament, because they realise that if you do not have freedom of speech, you don't have anything at all. It all starts from that. And I think, personally, the reason why we have so many issues in our society is because we do not have freedom of speech. It is like a seed of a tree. Without the seed, there is no society, there is no tree. And that's why I propose to please support me, not just simply in Lewisham East, but to simply go onto the Libertarian website, libertarianparty.co.uk/Sean Finch, and simply tick that box that says you want a letter to be sent to all of your relative MPs to say that you are very, very concerned about freedom of speech being eroded in our society. Now, I hope those of you who are in my constituency do vote for me too, but I am doing something bigger than that, not just simply getting your vote.
We've got For Britain, we've got UKIP, now we've got you.
Yes.
We're splitting the vote.
And people
Why
can.
do you need to stand
At
in the
least
middle
they're
of
not
the
votes for Labour and Tory.
Let me tell you about.
At least they're not fucking votes
Let
for
me tell.
Labour and
Good.
Tory.
I hope it does get. I don't want. I'm sick of living.
The trust of the British people.
Sir, can you provide us evidence of who's been stopped speaking on an official basis?
Tommy Robinson, just the other day.
Yeah, can you tell me how? Because the
right.
reason that's been incited,
Right.
no, the reason that's been
Let me-
incited is compromising the integrity of the case.
Well, that's funny because the case is already over, so I don't know how it can actually. Right. Okay.
It's not funny, it's what's been said.
Listen, guys. Let me talk about the mainstream parties. Liberal Democrats, as I already said, are neither liberal nor they democratic. The Conservative Party are meant to conserve British culture and society. Does anyone think they've been doing that?
They've tossed it down the...
They're meant to believe in small government also.
What are
But
British
yet,
cultures?
Our Prime Minister is currently want more authoritarianism, more bigger government. She's heading more left instead of right. Right being, of course, meaning you believe in small government. And of course, the worst party I've kept till last, the Labour Party. In my opinion, when people say to me, what's the worst party in our organisation? The BNP, the National Front, Britain First, possibly? No, sir. I will say that the worst party in our society is the Labour Party, because they constantly use Marxist ideology in order to divide us. They've already used their socialist methods to divide the rich and the poor. Oh, no. It must be the rich that are oppressing you, not because of the bad decisions you've made in your lives. Yes, I do understand that some people do fall on financial difficulty, but they are a small margin of people. You've got them now successfully dividing the black and white community. They constantly say to the black community, no, it isn't your fault. You're being oppressed by someone else. So they have done more to wedge a divide between black and white relations, rich and poor, and now their new hobby of dividing the Jewish community with the Islamic community. That is why Jeremy Corbyn will never ever properly address the anti-Semitic issue going on in that party, because he knows that if he can get more divide from the Jewish community and keep spreading the hatred of anti-Semitism, he can get the Islamic vote. All of this is just to simply divide people. A lot of the black community support the Labour Party. They've got that vote. They've got the poor vote because they're dividing that. And now they want the Islamic votes. This is all their game. They don't give a damn about any of those respective communities. They only want it to get your votes.
Would you agree with the statement that the left, currently in England, Labour and Jeremy Corbyn, promote consistent race division, considering the extent to which they consistently proceed with saying that we have no freedom of speech, we cannot openly and legally talk in our own place. By the way, Antifa were literally bringing in people from other nations to silence people in the United Kingdom. What would the Libertarian Party do about this?
We will oppose any individual, any group, whether religious or political, anyone that tries to silence another. We believe in a society where all ideas exist, even the most horrible ones. But those people don't want a society where libertarianism exists, where you exist, because you think wrong.
They don't allow you to march in the marketplace of ideas. They're snake-oil salesmen.
They are.
Sell their stuff by just assuming that everyone is a racist or alt-right or Nazi when there are real, demonstrably showable problems.
And here,
the spotlight on them.
exactly, my friend. And here's the big issue as well. People keep using the term far right, far left, left, right. That is all. That is pointless. Calling someone far right or calling someone far left is irrelevant. If anyone's ever taken a political compass test, you will know that left and right line is simply about an economic line. If you're far left, it just simply means you believe in bigger government. If you're far right, it means you believe in smaller government. Anarchism being the most furthest right you can be, socialism being the most furthest left you can be. None of that matters. What matters is the vertical line, the authoritarianism line and the libertarianism line. Every single great dictator of old were high up, whether left or right, it doesn't matter. What they all shared in common is that they were all high up on the authoritarianism. So forget calling people left and right. It doesn't mean anything. It is about economics, that is. That's simply that you believe in bigger welfare system. So get out of your mind of saying left and right. It's simply authoritarians versus libertarians. And everyone here is a libertarian in my mind, because the fact that you are against authoritarianism and you want to fight for a more freer, open society.
What do we class as authoritarianism, though?
Sorry?
What do we class as authoritarian?
Anyone that tries to suppress anyone's speech, anything that tries.
The government's doing that to us now.
Exactly.
So what are you lot are going to do about it? Because I used to vote UKIP, and I lost all respect for UKIP, I really did. One calling Anne-Marie, especially Nigel, called her a racist, lost my respect for him. And you lot have been mamby-pamby. You had that Nigel Bolton who was just a complete prat, who effed it all up, lost every faith. You've got a lot of building up for people to follow you again.
Well,
but are you going to stand up against Islamisation? Because so far, to me, you haven't. You all shut your mouth when you're up there.
Whether it be Islamism, whether it be even the Catholic Church, I'm Catholic myself, well, culturally Catholic, but I think it's disgraceful what's going on in the Catholic Church as well as the Church of Islam as well. These are. Let me tell you a story, yeah. My mother was brought up in 60s Ireland, yeah, when the Catholic Church ruled that country with an iron will. The priest in every town was pretty much the de facto mayor. If you upset the priest or any of the Catholic Church members, you would be ostracized from that community in some way. And now it's exactly happening here now in this country, but with a different religious ideology. Islam is mostly that.
Where's the official bodies for Islam?
How can you acquire?
It's happening here, and I look to stop it. But if anyone wants to support me, please go onto the website. Please follow me, Sean Finch Libertarian Party, on any of the social media websites.
When is this authoritarian government going to give us our little red book?
I think doesn't John McDonnell have one? Doesn't he? He literally read it out in Parliament. He literally read out Charles' red book in Parliament. Absolutely disgraceful. But anyway, John McDonnell. He's the shadow Chancellor of the Exchequer. Ironically, Labour proposed to put a Marxist, a socialist, in charge of our economy. It is just insane what we're living in at the moment. But anyway, I'm going to step down now. But please do follow me. Please do follow me, and please, anyone do follow me on libertarianism. Thank you very much. Cheers. Sean Finch, Libertarian Party. Thank you.
No different to the rest.